come? Can't you see it in my face? A demon living in disguise, but you can see the killer in my eyes. I've got a look you can't escape. You can't escape. No one understood the world that I was making. Look me in the face and tell me I was faking. Maybe I'm a little young, but you don't know what I've become. Can't you see it in my face? A demon living in disguise, but you can see the killer in my eyes. I've got a look you can't escape. What you think about when you're born into a fire? Let 'em burn it out. Sell 'em to the richest buyer. They wanna let the world decay. They tell us lies and fade away, fade away. We feel betrayed. We were raised to lose the race. Wake at the back of the pack, kill it anyway. Listen up now, because we're never dropping out. Beat the odds, beat the big house. Our brains are bigger than the doubt. We've been thinking for ourselves, never let the truth fade away. This is bigger than ourselves, we won't let the world burn away, burn away. We feel betrayed. We were raised to lose the race. Wake at the back of the pack, kill it anyway. To blame, haters face the world's mistakes. Wake at the back of the pack, kill it anyway. And we feel betrayed. We were raised to lose the race. Wake at the back of the pack, kill it anyway. To blame, haters face the world's mistakes. Wake at the back of the pack, kill it anyway.
Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. What is up, my friends? Another day another stream, another set of scrims, more PUBG Mobile action underway that is going to be coming out. Of course, this is the Red Bull M.E.O Season 3 Finalist Teams Scrims. Yes, of course, these are scrims for the finalists of the Red Bull M.E.O Season 3, which is coming up at the end of this month. I think the 22nd and the 29th are the 2 days for the Red Bull M.E.O Season 3 finals. You have the East and you have the West. These scrims are primarily for the Western teams. You can see the list of teams either side of my beautiful looking face. So yeah, it's pretty damn good indeed. Cannot complain. There's going to be a lot of awesome action coming up. We have 4 games today for you guys. We have Erangel, we have Miramar, we have Vikendi, Sanhok, then Vikendi. We have Vikendi for like the first time in what feels like forever in a scrim. I've missed the map because I think there's an element of people don't know if Vikendi's being played in the Red Bull M.E.O finals. We know that it's not played in the scrims, obviously in PUBG Mobile competitive across the 2021 season. So for the most part, scrims, whether it's for PMCO, PMPL, or just scrims in general, generally haven't included the Vikendi map. I've barely played it when I've played the game myself. So this is obviously going to be something quite different and interesting. And the list of teams that we have for tonight's scrims is Mces Italia, Gaijin Seraphim, GS Mediterranean COLLAGE ESPORTS, KHK, Undead Crow, SWAT 69, Evolution, Team Big, Futbolist, Slime 4KT, Defeaters Italy, Blaze, Max, LND Legends, and S2 teams. So there are a couple of teams in today's scrims that are not in the Red Bull M.E.O finals. That is just simply because not all of the finalists opted to register, rather have a game that includes 16 teams rather than, you know, 12, 13, or 14 teams in that regard. Obviously, I'm not like fully aware of the countries that all of these teams represent because, frankly speaking, I'm terrible with information. However, I can tell you actually, because I am a clever cookie. I'm a clever cookie. Red Bull. Okay, I actually can tell you the countries and the teams because Wikipedia, which is our beautiful encyclopedia for all things PUBG Mobile, it is wonderful. So the Azerbaijan representative, which is Defy, I think it's Defy, yeah, not playing in today's scrims. You have Egypt's representative, which is SMP. Zad Predators, they're not in today's games. You have Georgia's representative, which is Team Onyx. Greece's representative is GameSpace, which is GS Mediterranean COLLAGE. That is a team who is playing in today's scrims. You have, unfortunately, Clash, which is the international / France representative. They're not playing in today's scrims. You have Defeaters Italy, which is Italy. Not actually, no, they are playing in today's scrims. You have Mces Italy, which is also Italy. So there's 2 Italian teams. You have Fate Esports from Jordan. You have Evolution from Kazakhstan. Shout out, much love to all Kazakhstan people in the world. Kunina Power Alga, Evolution Alga. I don't know if that's okay. I'm sorry, Kunina Power, if I've besmirched. Just trying to have a good time. Lebanon's representative is Middle East Assassin. You have Lithuania's representative, which is Team Big Easy. who are actually organizing these scrims. So big shout out to the scrim organizers team. Big. Nigeria's representative, which is Slime 4KT. This is a team that I'm very much looking forward to seeing, because of the fact that they won the African PMCO and they're going to be participating in the upcoming PMPL. And, you know, this kind of experience between the scrims and the actual Red Bull M.E.O is going to really help them prepare for that. So I'm really looking forward to seeing Slime 4KT. You have Russia's representative, which is Undead Crow. Privyet to you all. And of course, Turkish representative number 1, Blaze Esports. Hashtag burn it all. There you go. Along with the second Turkish representative, the one, the only, Futbolist. It's not a Sunday, but let's see if Sulke Sunday can come through on today's games. And then you have, last but not least, United Kingdom's representative, Gaijin. So those are all of your Red Bull M.E.O Season 3 finalists. But of course, the list of teams are in the description in terms of those that are playing. Shout out to everybody who's currently tuning in. These are all amazing. Shout out to the sponsors for these organized scrims. It's spacebar.gg. You can follow them on Instagram at spacebar.gg. And of course, Red Bull Lithuania. We all know them. We all love Red Bull. Simple as that. On a side note, actually. Okay, screw it. This is my stream. I'm going to say it. I'm actually casting the Red Bull M.E.O finals. Okay, there is an exclusive for you. I'm casting the Red Bull M.E.O finals. I'm not going to say who I'm casting with, because that would be greatly unfair to my co-caster. But I am indeed casting the Red Bull M.E.O finals, both the East and the West. Both the West and the East. I'm looking forward to it. I'm really looking forward. That's part of the reason why I had no problem, and I kind of jumped at the chance of casting these scrims. On a side note, there is a 3-minute delay on the scrim, so I don't quite get all of the interaction that is on your screen. So I do apologize if anything is missed that is asked, and I do miss it. We do have a little bit of a delay. Thank you for confirming that, Hunter. I'll get Imperium, I'll get Evolution, I'll get Kanina Power. Much love to you, my friend. Much love to you. There is a little bit of a delay before the start of the game, but we are going to be getting into it very, very soon. Indeed. Hey, look, this is good. I'm really looking forward to this. I'm really looking forward to this. Oh man. Yes, this is the scrims, and maybe I should change the title to West, to be fair. Let me actually change the title to Red Bull Finalist 3 West. Because I don't want to give people, wrong information, so to speak. So it's scrims for the Western teams. Okay, scrims for the Western teams. Okay, we're going to be getting into this game 1 fairly shortly. So let's lower the music. Okay, bingo. Let's turn the game music up. Okay. Oh man, the whole thing of people having guns in the lobby, it is genuinely painful. But let's get into this one. We're going to be going into this first game. We're onto the hollow grounds of Wrangle. I should have all chat off, but I don't. Sorry about that. So you're going to hear a couple of sounds. Players, turn your all chat off. For God's sake. Don't be rude. So you have the list of teams. You have Mces, Seraphim, GSMC, KHK. You have, look at that. You have Gonzo's playing for Kanina Power. You have, Gonzo of Kanina Power is playing for Evolution, obviously just to fill in a fourth. You have Team Big, you have Futbolist. Players, will you be nice to each other on the all chat? I'm going to have to turn you off. But either way, this playing path is going from the north to the south. Not too bad in terms of least direct playing path, but it's the fact that it is a bit to the east, so it will make it a bit harder for teams who like to go to the west. Of course, these are teams that are some not used to maybe playing against each other between scrims and otherwise, so you could have easily multiple teams dropping in different drop spots, especially with a playing path like this. You can see Severny is overtaken by two teams, which is Max LND Legends, and then you have KHK. So both going in towards Severny. Mces going for a lovely split drop between Stolbar and Kameshki, and then Lipovka is definitely under a little bit of pressure between defeaters, Team Big and Futbolist. Blaze going for their usual drop spot, split drop around Shelter, but not opting for Prison. They don't normally go there, to be fair, but I'll definitely keep an eye. The Phase 1 playing path is fairly standard. It's a bit to the west, but all things considered, there's so much space on this map for these teams. Unfortunately, only 12 teams seem to join, which is a little bit of a feels bad, man. I don't know why. If you're going to register for Scrim, you should show up. So I don't know what happened there, but either way, I'll do my best to entertain you all throughout these games and throughout this game 1 specifically. KHK Mercury is further back from the rest of his team. That did opt to drop outside of Severny. It's not going to be too bad. Like, obviously, his ability to disengage is definitely not the best. The fact that there's a road dividing him and the rest of LND, Max LND Legends is definitely beneficial, and his teammates do have a vehicle that they're going to be able to utilize for sure. Let's have a look as defeaters might be under a little bit of pressure. Evil Boy, and with Chrono, Mori, and Nacho. Under a little bit of pressure. Zippy takes down Nacho. It's an early knock. However, Chrono does respond at least by knocking down Zippy's. Futbolist is in the back line. Going to look to third party this one. Indeed, on the trees and the open area outside of this compound. They're looking to push in. It's big for his Mantos. But Frame looking for the shots. He hasn't Uzi in his hands, but Futbolists are pushing on in extremely well. Evil Boy is knocked down. A little bit damage being faced on up, but definitely this is Solke. Solke sunding through with a double knockdown on the Uzi. Now one more player left for the side of Big, while defeaters might be looking at this going, okay, maybe we should just get the hell out of there. Evil Boy is gonna get confirmed up. Defeaters has one, but at least they're still in the game, unlike this side of Team Big. Futbolists pick up 5 kills to start this game 1. Okay, Futbolists, I see you. Okay. I like it. Yonkers, actually, wait, how come Yonkers are in this? Okay, so there is an extra team added, PS Portal Esports, which I think was picked up by, I think they picked up Yonkers, as far as I know. Yonkers, another South African team that competed in the PMCO Africa Spring Split, and honestly, they put on a hell of a show, and Jerbot was definitely outstanding as an individual player in the PMCO South Africa. So, hey, look, excited what they're going to do in this game with the rest of the teams in this lobby. I know in Sandhawk, they normally pull out an intentional heal strat, which I'm not going to lie, not a fan of an intentional heal strat. I'm a fan of a heal strat should you be put in a position where that's the best call to make. That's the, most logical call to make, but to intentionally go into a game with a heal strat is definitely not the best. LND did take down Mercury of KHK. Unfortunately, he couldn't get picked up, and I'm a little bit surprised he wasn't able to get picked up by his teammates. I feel like that was a missed opportunity, to be honest, because it's not like they've driven extremely far away from Severny on this phase 1 with the blue zone about to start closing in. So them being down a player is going to make this game a little bit harder. Of course, the fact that, this game is already down to 11 teams, 39 players, clearly means that the early game is going to be a lot slower. There's automatically more areas available in the map, and that's just the way it's going to be. So, the first 2 or 3 circles definitely going to be a lot quieter with more space available. The team should be and will be aware of that when it comes to preparing a little bit for the actual Red Bull M.E.O Season 3 finals, because when you're going to have 16 teams in that lobby, the La Masse available on Phase 1, Phase 2, Phase 3, even Phase 4 is clearly going to be a lot smaller compared to now. It's a solid rotation, all things considered, from KHK as a 2-man team in that buggy. At least to get a little bit of information on the edge of the circle, because with this Phase 1, obviously you have that risk of not being sure where it's going to go between the north or the south of the river. That's why Futbolists aren't venturing too deep towards the center circle, at least as of right now, although they do seem to be moving. And the side of Team 16, which is apparently the S2 team, they're better off probably wrapping around the east of Yasnaya, and I would actually recommend going on to the tadpole area of Yasnaya. That could definitely be quite beneficial for them. Of course, thank you to everybody, as I said, for tuning into these scrims. Feel free to share, feel free to give the stream a little bit of a like, and definitely doesn't hurt. Yonkers sticking to the edge of Rozhok, which is really clever for Phase 1. You don't want to be in the heart of a city, especially one like Rozhok, so early into the game, unless the circle shifts and it makes really either logical sense or you're forced a bit to rotate into the city. You just want to stick to the edge. I really like the fact that Brengod, did a little bit of looting on the very, very outskirts. You have Jerbot on the school hill, overlooking kind of headshot hills. Just getting that little bit of information, being aware. And is that Futbolist pushing in onto Blaze and getting a knockdown onto one of their players? Futbolists? You got 5 kills, but don't be throwing, my friend. Don't be throwing. Blaze are definitely separated. I know Tron, as far as I know, the IGL of the team, if I'm not mistaken. They've evolved their team. I know that for a fact, Blaze. They picked up a different coach, as far as I know, and their former coach, Koski, from what I am aware, is actually with Futbolists. So Futbolists definitely might be trained to be able to counter Blaze quite effectively. Tron gets knocked down, so Kesh is going to have to deal by the outside of the wall, but does not want to overextend somewhat. Savian, as far as I know, is a new talent, new young and up-and-coming talent within the Turkish scene. So very excited to see how he's going to evolve within the Blaze team across the days, as Kesh is going to get called out. No, not quite. Sulke goes down. Good response from Kesh. But he has to try and heal up. I would like to see another one of his comrades drive on through, but Rom with the nade across the wall to get that knockdown onto Kesh. And that's why Blaze should have sent another one of their players down the hill off the back of getting that revive, getting that knockdown onto Sulke. But because they've kept both of their players back, Savian and Coursera is further back in the opposite end. Although they're doing great work, it's not the same. It's just not the same. It's not that full frontal push and aggression that you really need to take down Futbolists. You give them an inch, they're going to absolutely take a mile. I'm saying they can't do work from the outside, as Savian doing a great job of tracing those shots with the DP28. Lavazza gets knocked down. Okay, Savian. Okay. Hashtag burn it all. Okay, good. But what are you going to be able to do from there? Because at the moment, you're very much pinched behind a tree. It's just a tree that you have as cover. You think footballers are gonna let you get away with that? Maybe. Okay, don't overpeak Savin. Good. Put Soke under pressure, slow them down. When you slow them down, you're allowing your teammate Coursera to get across and look for a little bit of a pincer. Engage. He jumps up, looking for information and Lutz. Oh, he's not going to take the shots to trigger discipline. He's maybe looking for a better angle. On a side note, Soke, of course, did get a first aid off to put himself up to 75% health. As well as the revive came through into Lavazin. So as much as they've done a decent job, they haven't quite done enough to really stop Futbolist as of right now. And the longer plays leave it to in some way do something, the easier it's going to be for Futbolist to blanket around him. Savin goes down, Rome finds him. That's perfect by Futbolist. Absolutely perfect from Futbolist. Like, you got to understand, that was near perfect from Futbolist. Yeah, okay, they suffered a little bit damage. They suffered a couple of knockdowns. But, you know, the composure, the confidence, fantastically done. Roaming around, as you want to say. As you see, Evolution going to look to push in on towards the side of GSMC. Hater, who does play for Hate Gaming as well, and played for Hate Gaming in the previous PMCO. So he's a fantastically talented player as SKKK. Gets a knockdown onto Puncher, but the rest of it, Evolution, definitely not afraid to clap back, and GSMC do lose a player. GSMC now down to 3, but those 3 players, well, okay, they were separated. Now they're not. Haters coming in from behind. He's going to be down on the low ground. Chunk down to, 5 health. And M249 Squadoid Bracey being driven on through by the side of Evolution. Okay. And now that's going to be Shesh. Going to take a little bit of damage. Has to prone down. While Freezy is doing what he can. Coursera gets taken out. That's going to be the end of Blaze. 10 teams F, 34 players. While GSMC, Freezy, does everything he can to reposition into a area where hopefully he can get support from his team. But unfortunately, as much as he goes for the knockdown on the Puncher, he gets clapped. And Gonzo, M249, no less, didn't expect anything different from such a aggressive, experienced player. And this is like a butter through knife for the side of Evolution, the Kazakhstan representatives in the upcoming Red Bull M.E.O Season 3 Finals. Shesh from GSMC is doing what he can to be one with the bush. He's the last player alive, the last hope. Could find Gonzo. Gonzo bunny hops his way. Maybe the backstab being fired up, but unfortunately not at the right time as Gonzo gets out of the car just in time. Now he's going to reposition up. Shesh, okay, that's a bit of a weird lean peak. He changes over to DP28, sticks it low ground, but in the end, the push comes through and Evolution come out on top. That is the end of GSMC. Nicely done by Evolution. Alga Evolution indeed. Alga Evolution indeed. Circle, of course, about to close up. We saw, I think, Phase 2 center quite nicely towards the south. Now, Phase 3, it's going to center up north. Once again, the river in play, but I don't think it's enough to really think about sticking to the north side of the river. It is very much about those Headshot Hills, and Rom, along with the rest of his Futbolist crew, are going to go right into the heart of Headshot Hills. Although, are they going to actually... Okay, they're going to switch on over to the edge of Watertown, which is interesting. I don't directly agree with it. I think it's a little bit too north, and you don't get enough information on Headshot Hills. But it's also a pretty solid compound. The fact that's only Phase 3, I suppose it's not going to be the end of the world. We're already down to 9 teams, 31 players, and it could be one less if S2... has anything to say about it, as they indeed got a knockdown onto one of the youngest players. Yomenk. the player knocked down. Lots of smokes being thrown out by one of the youngest teammates. He does indeed move across to Shaq and will get revived by Pennywise. Now, Jerbot definitely could do something from this area. That's why he's prone down, looking for Tate Bai. He takes a couple of shots, but it's not really enough to do any damage. However, it will cause a distraction and it'll kind of slow S2 down a bit. You gotta be careful of what could be going on behind the scenes, right behind them on the headshot hills, because they are on top of those hills. Now, Defeaters, the last player standing, is dealing with Evolution. Indeed, a knockdown is pulled out onto Puncher. He went in on his own and he paid the price. I don't know if he knew that there's a player from Defeaters there. Maybe it was a situation of getting caught out. But either way, they're not going to let them stand for it. No. They're not going to let it stand at all as Maury burns down to his crisp at the hands of a Molotov being thrown out into that building. And, you know, that's something that is so much more relevant in the world of PUBG Mobile than ever before. Molotovs in houses is one of the best ways of taking a player out, because Molotovs spread. They spread like wildfire. And although a grenade definitely has its damage and has its spread in buildings, the walls of those buildings between the stairs and a room, between one small room and another room, it really does, you know, slow down or stop the impact of that grenade, whereas Molotovs will do so much more, and it helps isolate a player a lot more, in my opinion, for a longer period of time. Plus, as they're a bit more silent on the loading of it, on the firing of it, you do hear a little bit of a hissing sound, but it's definitely not as active as the cock of a grenade is. You know, so yeah, I definitely think a Molotov is a lot better for be thrown out into these buildings, as that could be the case for S2 if they look to cook up a Molotov into that building. Yes, they do. Exactly. Pennywise is under a little bit of pressure on his own. Do see Jumanek, who was knocked down earlier on, is inside that tiny little shack. As Lobo gets knocked down off the back of a fantastic grenade by Jumanek. That's going to give Pennywise a little bit more time to disengage. However, Tate Bai finds Pennywise. Now it's up to Jumanek. Jumanek's on his own. He could kind of go for the revive, although he could be looking for the knockdown onto the backline player of S2. Up the stairs they go. That's another grenade being chucked out, and Easy finds Jumanek. That's going to leave them with just two players up for Yonkers as the circle shifts down to southwest. Two of these teams are going to have to obviously go for a little bit of a harsher rotation into the circle. It's a Headshot Hills, baby. Phase 4, Headshot Hills, and I really like the position of Seraphim. So good. Sending Adobo further out into Headshot Hills while the rest of his team are on that kind of a compound to the west of Headshot Hills is so good. Yeah, okay, the fact that they're only starting as a 3-man team makes it a bit harder to be controlling. But as a 2-1 split, I know, man, it's just a real feel-good position for me in my eyes, as they, of course, are looking to suppress this side of Max LND Legends, who have to and will have to deal with the side of Evolution behind them. It's the southern edge of the circle. Rain gets out of the US just in time to not get caught out. He will cook up a grenade to move across the road, but it's Jay that takes down Gonzo. You walked into that one, my friend. Luckily, Rain will get a counter nade. Another one from Rain to get a double knock. And unfortunately, the rest of Evolution Rocky is not really in a position to do something from that church area. And I don't know why he's there for so long. There for a little bit of time makes sense, but when you see a player of yours knocked down and you also see a double knockdown onto an opposing team, you got to get there to support your team. You got to get there to really help execute a potential team fight. Futbolist position looking very good. inside this phase 5. Despite it being outside the circle, they're close to the edge. They're still up as a full squad, and they're putting the pressure on the S2 up the hill. Fight now will be breaking out between the side of Evolution and Max LND Legends. Gonzo looks to drop down, but will get knocked down. Luckily, the rest of his team comes up to save the day, and that is going to be a squad wipe on the Max LND Legends. Feels bad for LND Legends because of the fact that they were getting put under pressure by Seraphim down and towards the headshot hill, so they really felt like they had nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. Mces still as a full squad. Is that Fra? Italian player? Interesting. As far as I know, it is. As far as I know, that's Fra. Italian female player, formerly of Ghost Skilla. Fantastic talent. I haven't really seen her in the competitive scene too much. So, very excited to see her play in these scrims. If that's who, as far as I know, I think it is. I don't know anybody else called Fra. But then again, I don't know everybody. Adobo sends himself into the circle. And Seraphim, just to create that anchor point. Has to be careful of Evolution, but Evolution are rocking right into the arms of Futbolist, who gets a double knockdown onto both Rain, and now it's just Roxy left on his own. Is he going to jump out of that building? He doesn't nearly find a couple of shots on the Futbolist, but the back end pincer movement will work out, and Futbolist are on 10 kills so far, considering we only started with like 12 teams and 40-something players. Futbolists have 10 of them, and they're definitely heading towards a glorious chicken dinner. Oh man, oh man. It's a Futbolist I know and love, I tell you that much. I know this isn't exactly the most experienced or skilled lobby of teams, but they have all qualified and deserve to get to this position and to this stage, so you gotta respect them. And to see Futbolists putting so much pressure on the rest of the teams in this lobby and sending that message heading into the Red Bull M.E.O Season 3 finals. Step up or step out, my friends. Yonkers still surviving as a two-man team. Two of their players got took out by S2 earlier on, but indeed they were able to play into the circle from the Roshawk terrain and from the hills of Roshawk down onto the edge of Headshot Hills. Circle centers up quite nicely. Goes a bit down south, so it does put Mces out of the circle for now. Last 5 teams in play, 14 players. Futbolist still has a full squad. You have Seraphim as a 3-man team. You have Mces still as a full squad. And KHK, hey, they still have a solo player in play. LK. Let's see if we can have the LK of luck on his side. Coming in from the northern part of this map, outside the circle. Water Town. Always a hard place to come out of. Fra is gonna find Rome, takes a couple of shots, but don't stay there for so long, Fra. You gotta know that the second you stay there for more than half a second after taking shots, if you don't secure that knockdown, you reposition. Unfortunately, will allow Mces to suffer 2 knockdowns, and that surprise attack won't come through. But Jarbot will indeed get a knockdown under Rome. Unfortunately, Jarbot and the rest of Yonkers will go out to between the play zone and Futbolist, as Lavazan is left on his own. The final 3 teams are in play. The circle shifts down south. Mces have not been able to catch a break because they're on top of the hill, pushed on down. But the best thing they can hope for and ask for is that they push in, but they don't have a vehicle to do it. They could push down on the side of the hills and take on Seraphim. There's no way they're going to push directly down the hill and take on both Seraphim and Futbolist. So as a 2-person team, they got to wrap around on the side of the circle onto the western edge and look to take on Seraphim. For Seraphim, they definitely have the focus on Futbolist. They got to be careful. Looking up the hill, you can see Adobo definitely keeping all eyes on the ears. And Prada finds yellow. Nicely done by Prada. Very nicely done by Prada. He's being pinched on through, and Nasser finds Prada. That could be the end, unfortunately, for Prada and even Seraphim in total, because now with them being down to 2 players, it's going to make it so much easier for Futbolists to come in and sweep this game off. 14 kills so far. As a round finds Adobo. That's going to be another knockdown of Seraphim down to 1. Just Costy, baby. Let's see if he can help his team to stay in the top 2. And I say top 2 because this is pretty much guaranteed going to be a Futbolist chicken dinner unless they choke this one down to the ground in these headshot hills. I can't imagine that they're going to lose this one. They have the player advantage, they have the positional advantage, they have all the advantage in the world. Fortunately, Cossi goes for a deep dive, a deep push in with the buggy. Nearly makes it, but will go down. That is going to be the end. A Seraphim, fair play to MCES. Healing on through with the with the final play, with the final heals. That is going to put MCES into second place. And that's what I talk about with the heal strat. It wasn't intended, it wasn't planned to be. But he does get a knockdown. He's going to take down a player, Futbolist. And even though he goes down, hey, dubious effort, fantastic effort. But Futbolist claim game 1 of these Red Bull M.E.O Season 3 scrims. Nicely done. Nicely done indeed. Cannot complain about that one. MCES in second. 3 kills, all by Nasser. Fair play to him. Seraphim in third with 2 kills. You had KHK in fourth, surviving and striving on the edge of Watertown to get 1 kill. You had Yonkers in fifth with 0 kills. S2 in sixth with 3 kills. Evolution in seventh with 8 kills. 7 of them coming from Rain alone. And okay, I'm looking at you, Evolution. I'm looking at you. Max LND in 8th place with 1 kill. Then you had Defeaters Italy in 9th with 1 kill. You had GSMC in 10th with 0 kills. You had Blaze in 11th with 0 kills. And Team Big in 12th with 2 kills, actually. 2 kills for Team Big. So let's switch on over to my beautiful face. Indeed. Hello. I'm here. Yeah, so that was game 1 over and done with. Definitely very exciting to see. It was a wrangle. We only had, unfortunately, like 12 teams, so hopefully we can have the rest of the teams join for the following 3 games. It would definitely be a little bit of a feels bad man if that wasn't the case. Let me just go back to the lobby. We should be having this second game fairly soon. Indeed. I will, of course, go for a little bit of a short break in between the games because it allows my voice to have a little bit of a rest, so to speak. But I will keep on your screens for a couple of minutes just to go through maybe what's been happening on the YouTube comments. Let's stick a tiny bit of music on as well in the background. Thank you all so much to everybody for tuning in so far. 100 plus viewers. Really can't complain about that. I know there's a lot of, Turkish and CIS and, Kazakhstan to be specific fans out there. Kanina Power Alga, of course. Futbolist and Blaze. Hashtag burn it all. See, I love the fact that these teams kind of come up with their own little slogans, their own little hashtags, because I love saying it, right? I love saying the slogans and the little mottos that the teams, because it really makes me feel connected to those teams a lot more. And I love, being connected to teams on a big way and all that jazz. So yeah, it's really kick-ass indeed. But on that note, let's go for a bit of a break. But I will be back with game 2. It is going to be on the hollow grounds of Miramar. Desert terrain, and I will be back in roughly 6 minutes or so. Don't go away.
Something's wrong, I feel it circling like vultures around my brain. Couldn't see the danger in your eyes. Draw me in, got me spinning now like water to a drain. You were perfect till I realized you hadn't shown your face. You sing a pretty song to drag my heart along, a siren serenade. You're ringing out your praise. Your love's a wreck and you know it's wrong. I was deaf to the ringing bells, wanting me to break, deafened by the sirens' soothing lies. I can't leave, I am in too deep, been sinking for a while, prisoner to the same thing I despise, devoted to a fake. You sing a pretty song to drag my heart along, a siren serenade. You're ringing out your praise. Your love's a wreck and you know it's wrong. It's over, same story. You lose to love and glory. It's over, same story. You lose to love and glory. You sing a pretty song to drag my heart along, a siren serenade. You're ringing out your praise. Your love's a wreck and you know it's wrong. It's over, same story. You lose to love and glory. It's over, same story. You lose to love and glory. Living every day in your head for free. You can tap away, but I will not hear you scream. You can break the keys, spread your toxicity, your world outside reality. In your room, a little hideaway, but you let it through. Enough to go insane, living in the dark hasn't treated you well. You're building your own prison cell. Hey, wait, don't waste it on me. Spite, lies telling you, don't waste it on me. Did I brush you off? Is it your lack of friends? We never met, even if you pretend. Am I in your debt? I don't know you nothing. Don't say something you'll regret. Hey, wait, don't waste it on me.
Be nice if I unmuted my mic. Good job, good job. In my defense for that, I'm trying to use like a stream deck. I'm trying to get used to using a stream deck rather than like clicking the mouse on OBS, so, you know, I must actually also have a button for unmuting my mic. I'll do that. Anyway, welcome one and all. Welcome one and all to, once again, the Red Bull M.E.O Season 3 Finalist Team Scrims for the Western side of the Red Bull M.E.O Season 3 Finals, just because I know some people were wondering about the Eastern teams. I don't know. Hopefully there are scrims for those teams. But anyway, we've had one game already, as you would have seen. And we're going to be going into game number 2 very shortly, which is going to be on the wonderful map of Miramar. And I'm pretty excited, of course, to see how these teams perform in Miramar. I know game 1 was won by Futbolist with, I think, like a 15 kill game or something like that. Also, shout out to Mustache Dave for that Futbolist. He's the one that kind of started it. I'm not stealing it off you. I'm acknowledging it that it's all you that came up with it. My man Mustache Dave with the glorious mustache. I'm just borrowing it. I'll give it back to you. Don't worry. I also know that as far as I'm aware, we also have more teams in this second game of the day. And yes, Hassan, yes, definitely a big shout out to the guy that did the graphic stuff, because it is beautifully done, to be fair. Like that tint of the red and the yellow for Red Bull and stuff, it is so good, so good. But let's turn the music down. Let's actually, I'll pause the music completely. Let's change transition. And let's get the show on the road, right? We are, of course, on Miramar. We have 15 teams this game. Hallelujah! We have 15 teams. 58 player, but that playing path is not hallelujah at all, because that is a painfully bad playing path on the south, going from the east to the west. Like, it is really not a good playing path. Of course, we'll allow for Impala, Porto Priso to be accessible. That's where Futbolists are going, along with MCES and Max LND seem to be going around the Impala area. KHK as well. Now, I'm not saying all of them are going to go there. Like Max LND are opting to go for a 2-2 split, which I think is incredibly risky considering how close it is to the edge of the playing path. But because it's a 2-2 split, it makes more sense rather than it being a 1-1 split. Also similar to MCES, to be fair. Los Leones is going to be home to Seraphim, GSMC, and even S2. But S2 and GSMC seem to be dropping in the same area of Los Leones, even the same building. Actually, sorry, not GSMC, Seraphim. S2 and Seraphim seem to be dropping in the same building. Prada's in with Lobo. Oh no, he knows that there's a second player, so he's going to be automatically, 1v2. Costi as well is under pressure as he looks to run away. Now, Prada's going to try and have to deal with the asshole that is the two players of S2. Nice pre-fire shots. He has no extended mag on that Uzi, but it doesn't stop him getting the knockdown on the Lobo. But he doesn't want to overextend it. Be careful, and in the end, Bai comes up to knock him down with a Thompson. And I feel for it, because I know Prada had to try and confirm that kill, but also couldn't really take the risk of really overextending on that. Costi also got caught out and taken out, and leaves Adoba left in his own. Phase 1 circle, let's have a look at this. Northwest on a southern playing path. Like, come on. Give me a goddamn fucking break, says the players, you know? Yeah, goddamn freaking break. Team 7. Is that Undead Crow? Is that Undead Crow, or is that a different team? Let me have a look if I can find out. Because I'm not gonna lie, there's a part of me that just doesn't know these things. No, that's not Undead Crow. That's a different team subbing in. Unfortunately. Also, you have Arcrit. Actually, yeah, Arcrit. Wait. Okay, no, this isn't actually. This is actually 2 players of Undead Crow, which is. Okay, this is so weird. This is so weird. I'll definitely have to try and get an update of the list of teams as these as the rotations are starting to come on through. You also have Blaze that are in Picado. I'll look to definitely try and get an updated list of teams, because I always want to make sure that I know what the list of teams are, right? Because you know, I want to make sure that I'm saying the right team name, right? I always want to make sure I'm saying the right team name. Lithuanian representatives Big, who missed game 1, are in this game 2. Zibbies, Mantelli's, Calypso, and Frame. Going to be on a 2-2 split right now, close to the edge of circle, which is pretty good. MCES, Campo Militar. Okay, that was a wild drive up to their drop spot. I respect it because they have like nobody around them for days, and they actually do have a relatively solid rotation into the circle. They can just swing all the way on that northern main road past Torre Almada into La Cabrera. The fact that it was a southern plane path makes the north of this phase 1 so much more viable and accessible, as Blaze are going to disengage away from Picado relatively early into this phase 1, which I really like. Futbolists do have Lutz pushing his way into the southeastern edge of the circle, should I say, in 40k Slime. Going to be looting up to Masera. All quiet on the western front. All quiet on the western front, all things considered. Player Blaze did get knocked down. So Coursera has to be careful about this one. They just look to render things up. Luckily, Tron comes in to knock down Korka. That's going to allow not only focus onto Wallians, but also allow them to keep the suppression on, keeping in that backline. Coursera has no problem pushing on in. And indeed, Tron in the backline is going to confirm that knockdown. Now it's just Flesh that's left on his own for this Team 18 side. He's better off disengaging away, to be honest, and playing for a stronger position in a circle. I'll definitely push on in towards Yonkers as Yuki of B2R manages to get a lovely Molotov knockdown in through the house. Take that one out of the board, and Yonkers are down to 2, unfortunately losing Julmenk and Brengod fairly early on in this game is going to make a lot harder for Pennywise and Jerbot. Blaze moving back on over to this fight. They can maybe look to wrap around if Flesh doesn't disengage. They can wrap around and go for the full siege and really confirm that squad right. But all things considered, this is a very, very quiet start to Miramar game. Shout out and much love to all the teams that are playing. Interesting. The feeder's gonna rotate around the outskirts of Watertown. It's a really good place to hold on to. Oh my god, Lord. Just trying to find out. Oh, okay, it's a team. Apparently, the team B2R is a team from the east of a team from the east of the Red Bull M.E.O Season 3. So I'm gonna try and find out who that is actually. Not Bluebees. I don't think it's Boom. Because I'm really curious to know who it is. Oda, Gucci, Yuki, Pixie. It's the Sri Lanka team. WGB2R. That's the team that's in that's playing in these scrims. Sri Lankan representative from the Red Bull M.E.O Season 3. Sorry, I apologize. I definitely got a little bit distracted. Sorry for boring you all, but that was really racking my brain who that team is. Apparently they joined without permission, which is a tut. No. And Easy finds a 4KT player, but Self at least does really clap back extremely well. But is it Izumitsu? Is going to confirm those ones. Lovely pre-fire shots. Beautiful from Izumitsu. And wow, talk about very much saving the day for a side. And that's going to be the end of Slime 4KT at the hands of S2. Wow, very impressed with that. Especially Izumitsu. Wow, or Izumitsu. Very, very healthy indeed. Phase 2 did continue to go on the northwest, and honestly, you know, I know MCES were slow to start looting because they had to rotate up to Campo Militar, but I do find it a little bit frustrating that Big was able to get ahead of them in their rotation, and that shouldn't happen for the most part. Oh me, oh my. Now, Crater Fields, you're going to have the El Pozo, Chungus Mountain in play as well. So these are all going to be core areas of this phase 2. You also have the hills that GSMC are rotating to on the eastern side of the map. It gives a lot of viewing pleasure onto the western side of those mountains. And yeah, we're seeing Blazer going into El Pozo. Okay, I don't... It's the very edge of El Pozo, so I suppose... Yeah, but I maybe don't think it's needed. Okay, let's see how it works out for them. Futbolist, who landed around the southeastern side of Phase 1, or of the map, should I say, have rotated more towards the southeastern side of this Phase 2. So their rotation definitely pretty crisp and clean, not really much to complain about, and now they're looking for shots onto MCES. That's where MCES's late rotation has probably gone against them, and I don't know why they're not recognizing that. And I know it's easier said than done for me, but you got to think if you're late on your rotation, there's a really high chance that teams are going to already be in a position where you want to rotate to, so you go for a bit of a further northwest rotation. Oh well. Okay. Evolution. See, Evolution going for a solid position on the southwestern side of this phase 2, because if you look, because the phase 1 was on the west, most teams are pretty much coming in from the east, whether it's the northeast or the southeast, and plus with predominantly the crater fields and the big Chungus Mountain to the east of El Pozo kind of favored. If every team goes there, it's not really worthwhile. Yellow lost his life. Nazar got knocked down. Yeah, MCES are down to 2 players, and that's what you get for rotating late. Now Futbolists are going to overtake this position. Okay, let's see how this phase 3, of course, plays on. Oh, wow, okay. Actually, okay, so that's going to be a squad wipe onto Max LND. Okay, I didn't really see that coming. My apologies, but S2 are on 10 kills already. Okay, S2, I'm not giving you enough attention. My apologies about that. And now KHK are under their own pressure. Hansley got taken out. He plays for Infamous Rage, and obviously subbing in for these scrims, but he's going back to the lobby, and KHK are down to 2. Nice play by LK. Okay, with the SKS as well onto Lutz, as well as Rome being confirmed up. Lutz aren't in the safest of spots, they're not in the best of positions. Phase 3 centered up quite nicely, and that's where the eastern edge of El Pozo that Blaze went to is extremely helpful and healthy for their position inside this game. So credit where it's due. I wasn't a fan of them pushing in onto the edge of El Pozo, but it's a little bit outside the box. You know, it's outside of the norm a little bit. Oh well. Now Team Big would have heard the noise that Futbolists were making, and as they have to push into the circle, why not take the shots on the Futbolists? And that leaves Sulke left in his own. Futbolists are not looking too good in this game. Yeah, they got 2 kills so far, but compared to game 1 where they got 15 kills and a chicken dinner up as a full squad, it's the opposite end of the scale, unfortunately. Saying they can't enter this circle, but it's going to be hard for Sulke. Advocate and Fra of MCES might not be afraid to take a couple of shots, but then again, they might not want to make too much noise. Fra's going to take the shots off. Advocate finds it from the sidelines. That's going to be the end of Futbolists, and a little bit of revenge. A little bit of revenge for MCES? Yeah, just a little bit. Tron gets knocked down. Unfortunately, his evolution looked to encroach onto the space in which Blaze did initially have control of. Tron will get revived up. It might take a little bit of time, but he should get revived up. But in that time, that's allowing, especially with Savine getting taken out of the board, that's going to allow Evolution a little bit more control. Kesh, who's on top of the mountain now, starting to make some noise. I think that's going to be the wheel blowing out, as Gonzo's going to have to dance around into a little bit of cover. I like that Kesh isn't staying too narrow-minded and repositions his buggy so that it doesn't get caught out himself from his own end, and Rain is going to be on the lower parts of this mountain. Okay. 11 teams left, 34 players as the Blue Zone and Phase 3 closing in. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie, I've been a little bit meh with this game. I want it to end soon because I know Sanhok and Vikendi is going to be a lot more exciting. At least I hope so. This game has been a bit lackluster. I want them to tear each other apart. Kesh, stop him from entering the mountain. He's getting knocked down onto Puncher. Oh, Kesh, be careful. Be careful. Did Tron get revived up? Yes, he did. So, oh my lord, Phase 4 right into El Pozo. Wow, okay. Team Big, that's good for them. Very good for them, because they should actually leave 3 players on the edge of El Pozo. Like, outside of El Pozo, on the edge of the circle. Maybe send 1 player into the northern edge of El Pozo. I think that'd be very healthy for them. Now, because there's circle shifting up, that kind of gives a little bit more of potential control onto Blaze as Evolution are under a hell of a lot of pressure. A double knockdown being fired up. Good play from Coursera. Now Rain is going to have to deal with the shots being laid out by Coursera. You can see Gonzo in the distance looking to chuck up a couple of smokes, but Kesh with a beautiful grenade is going to get the 3rd knockdown. Now it's Gonzo left on his own. Oh, no. Kesh. You're good. The feeder's full sends it into the northeastern edge of El Pozo, which makes sense. Frag goes down at the hands of GSMC. It does leave Advocate left in his own. S2 are going to go for a southwest El Pozo push. Then Blaze going to continue to pick up the kills. But B2R, the Sri Lankan representatives for the SEO Season 3 Eastern Finals. I can't imagine what their ping is, to be fair. You're now going to come in from the fields of El Pozo onto the very edge. But Tron finds Yuki. That's good by Tron. Very good by Tron. It is the backline player from B2R. It's not the worst. Then LK of KHK. Okay. Take care then. Bye-bye now. KHK. Yikes. Don't know what happened there, but the blue zone is pushing on phase 4, and phase 5 is going to be a little bit harder to deal with for all of these remaining 10 teams and 29 players. GSMC being a little bit late into the circle, and that's why they're sticking to the edge on the outside mountains, taking a couple of shots. I don't know what Freezy's taking shots off. Yeah, it's on the Kesh, and Kesh gets called out. Hey, look, you know what? In my opinion, he still did a fantastic job for his side. It does put a bit more pressure on the Blaze, who are now down to 2, but I think that was a worthwhile reward because you're on 6 kills. It was a worthwhile sacrifice as the circle shifts up north away from El Pozo, and that's why I recommended for Big to have 3 of their players in that kind of compound hill position outside of El Pozo and the 1 on the edge. But as that happens, they kind of okay. Game crashed. GG, well played. Sorry, I'll look to load in extremely quickly. Thank you so much on a side note to Destiny Artie for the super chat. How's it going? How's it going to you? €5.49 super chat. Dude, thank you so much, man. I don't know what to say. Thank you, really. You'll see this in about 3 minutes, but it really means a lot. While I looked to load into the game, it allowed me to look at chat. It was Destiny. Oh, see what I did there? It was Destiny. Oh, my lord. Sorry, I'll get my coat. Sorry about this, guys. I don't know. Really don't know what happened there. Okay, it's okay. Please let me load back into the game. Please. Yes. Okay. I'm loading back in. Sorry about this, guys. Can't help it if my iPad crashes. But we are back into this one, and now we are down to 8 teams. Let's move on over as we get into the next circle. GSMC are going to be facing up against decided Team Big on the northern edge of the circle, while, oh my god, I have to try and drink in. I have to see what's going on because the teams are fighting outside of El Pozo, or should I say on the edge of El Pozo, outside the circle. You have decided Blazer gatekeeping Pennywise and the rest of Yonkers. However, okay, Coursera, you're gonna have to deal with that one, my friend. There's no chance you're gonna get revived up. It does put Tron into a little bit of a disadvantageous position. Coursera, no way you're gonna survive that one. Really? Okay. Just about. But now Jarbo's going to get spotted out. Nicely played by Tron. The IGL picks up a kill, picks up his teammate, and now picks up a bigger position inside the circles. The next phase shifts down the south, and this is a very wild circle. This is such a wild circle. Oh my lord. GSMC are on the edge. My camera angles are doing terrible work, but S2 is going to push in. Okay, and they're going to take out the feeders. Good stuff. The feeders Italy are out of this. And S2 are on 16 kills. I repeat, 16 kills for S2 in the second game of Miramar. Wow. Looking at Blaze, they do only have a couple of seconds to start moving into the circle. Smoke's being chucked out. They are trying to deal with BTR, who are gatekeeping them on the southeastern edge of this circle. They're split up, but they're also spread out, and that in turn will give them a little bit of an advantage. S2 aren't afraid to try and deal with this, but Team Big, who are left as a 3-person team, gonna have to find some form of position in circles as the blue zone's closing in. Blaze Tron onto B2R. That's pretty good. I'm not saying Blaze or win this. No, they're out of here. Big is gonna get put under pressure by the side of GSMC, and we are down to our final 14s. Unfortunately for Blaze, they couldn't deal with the spread that was held onto by B2K, and GSMC are, of course, the Greek side, just gonna spread a little bit of Greek love across the board. But look at this. B2R, the two-man team splitting up on the high ground and the other two players down on the low ground. This is a great game from B2K. Joining on from this game too, they're competing in the Eastern Finals of the Red Bull M.E.O Season 3. But they've come into the Western Scrims and go, hey, look, you know what? Practice is practice. Not going to stop S2 from taking them on, though. I'll tell you that much. The fact that they've got 18 kills and counting, even as a two-man team, they're not going to be afraid to take this fight. You have the very edge of the circle, I believe, on the lower parts of that little dip, as GSMC are going to push in and, of course, encroach onto their space. Their player down, but that's going to put Pixie under a bit of pressure. Pixie is indeed under a bit of pressure, and he's going to get knocked down by Izumitsu. And will get confirmed up now. Gouda has to be careful of it. Plus you have Yuki playing down on the lower parts. Gouda gets knocked down, so now it's just Yuki left in his own. Hater's gonna get spot out. Nicely played by GSMC. Despite them losing a player, at least they do keep two players alive. Now Hater's crawling over as Lobo's left in his own. Right now it is 3v1. Lobo up against the rest of GSMC, looking for those peaks, looking for those pre-fire shots, but that's going to be it. GSMC claim the last kill, they claim the chicken dinner, and they end this game number 2 of the Scrims with a grand total of 11 kills. 11 kills for GSMC. A good game for them, no doubt. Played on the kind of northeastern side of the map for the most part, around the Crater Fields area. Picked up a kill here, picked up a kill there, took out and put pressure on the side of Team Big later on in the game. Fair play. However, despite them not winning the game, S2, second place with 13, 18, 20 kills. 20 kills for S2. That is crazy. Crazy kills for S2. 7 come from Izumitsu alone, along with Easy Lobo and then Tate Bai. Credit to B2R, I talked about them already, coming in third place with 3 kills. Yeah, decided Big in fourth with 3 kills. Blaze in fifth with 7 kills. A much better game for them, no doubt, in this Miramar map. Defeater is in 6th with 0 kills. Yonkas in 7th with 0 kills. KHK in 8th with 3 kills. MCES in 9th with 1 kill. Seraphim in 10th with 0 kills. Evolution in 11th with 1 kill. Poor game from Evolution, at least kill-wise compared to game 1. Futbolist in 12th with 2 kills. Similar situation. Max LND in 13th with 0 kills. I think that's Undead Crow in 14th with 2 kills. And that is Slime 4KT in 5th place. Switch on over to my beautiful face once again. I had a fresh shower. Random fact for you. My hair is like so long and just annoying that I have to like shower every single day for it to actually be in some way manageable. Either way, great game 2. Fantastic game 2. S2, 20 kills. 20 kill bomb for S2. Wow. Pop off. Absolutely pop off. Let's switch some music back on the board. Of course, over 2 games, there has been a little bit of consistency between some teams doing good and some teams doing bad. So obviously, you know, as you get through the 4 games, I am always looking for that consistency. I'm always looking for that kind of who's going to be a team that is going to be solid in how they finish in these games. Who's going to be a team that's going to always get, you know, 5, 6, 7 kills, top 4, top 5, that kind of thing. And I know the Red Bull M.E.O Season 3 finals are only like 6 games for each region. So a massive impactful chicken dinner will definitely help. Still being consistent across those 6 games will really help you, and it will make it a lot easier and a lot more impactful when you have that pop-off game. Because if you're relying on that pop-off game to finish kind of in the top 3, like, and you're in 8th or 9th, that's not good. But if you are in 3rd off the back of like 3 or 4 consistent results and you're coming into the last game and you only need 10 points to, in theory, like overtake first, then that pop-off game is going to be massively impactful. Massively impactful. Oh, well, let's get ready for this game number 3. We're going to be going on to Sanhok for game 3. I will set the timer so you know where you stand. I know where you stand, and then we all know where we stand, whatever that even means. So, yeah, on that note, let's go for a break. I can quench my thirst. You can go to the toilet, maybe grab a little bit of popcorn, and I will be back on your screens in a matter of minutes.
Came up short today. Feels like I fell 1,000 times. Nothing but doubt to flood my mind. 'Cause sometimes it's hard to remember why I ever started racing with my dreams. A restless December, feeling I was meant for more than I believed. I'll never surrender, rather try and fail and fall 1,000,000 times. I'm on my way. I'm on my way. I know as close as I am now, I will struggle, I will shout. There's no stopping, there's no doubt. I'm on my way. There's no stopping, there's no doubt. I'm on my way. I know as close as I am now, I'm on my way.
There once was a ship that put to sea. The name of the ship was the Billy O.T. The winds blew hard, her bow dipped down below me. Bully boys blow.
Maybe I'm a little young, but you don't know.
We are back for game number 3 out of 4 here in the Red Bull M.E.O Season 3 Finalist Scrims. There you go. I got my words out. Brought to you by the wonderful folks over at Team Big Lithuania, the organizers of these scrims, as well as spacebar.gg and Red Bull Lithuania, the sponsors of these scrims. Of course, you can go check out spacebar.gg on Instagram at spacebar.gg, and you all know Red Bull, let's be fair. You don't know Red Bull? Come on. Come on. Come on. Well, we've had 2 games so far. One won by Futbolist in Erangel, and game 2 was won by Mces in Miramar. I need to write that down because I am terrible at remembering things. But, okay, okay, Rohit. Chill, bro. Chill. Anyway, so we're going to be getting into game 3, which is going to be on Sandhawk. That's definitely going to be exciting. Seems like we, unfortunately, maybe don't have as many players. I don't get why, you know, they can't join on time. You have a certain time to join the lobby. You either join it, you know, or you don't. Come on. You can do it. Change into your slots. Yeah, it's not me. It's definitely you. Come on, guys. Okay, let's see what the situation is in terms of our teams actually going to. Okay, so. Okay, interesting. Okay, very interesting. A little bit of a feels bad, man. Okay, we're loading into the game, so we'll be there soon enough. I hope you're all having an absolutely fantastic day wherever you are and staying safe in the world. Are you all looking forward to the Red Bull M.E.O Season 3 Finals? I know I am. It's going to be pretty amazing. I know the event was meant to be a live event in Turkey. I do know that, which is definitely a shame that it's not. Why is Fra playing for MCES in this? When I thought she was playing for teammates. What was oh my god. Oh well, doesn't matter. I hope you're all of course I hope you're all looking forward to it. I'm gonna be casting the Red Bull M.E.O season 3 finals, so I'm really looking forward to that. Gonna be casting both the West and the East. Very excited to cast it as well because my co-caster is someone who is pretty damn amazing. But either way, let's get this show on the road. Let's turn the music off. Let's switch it into in-game. Let's get the show on the road. Playing Bath is fairly good. We only have 13 teams for this game 3, but it is Sandhawk, so it's a smaller map. Fortunately, yeah, only 13 teams in this game. You know, it's definitely sad because it's also a kick in the face for the teams that do register and do show up. You know, and it's unfair to them, but either way, nothing we can really do. Oh, no. Fra is right playing for MC. Yeah, sorry, I was thinking of GSMC. MC is, yeah, she is right playing for MC. Is, I'm an idiot. It did seem like Slime 4 KT were maybe going to drop in boot camp, but maybe they saw, oh no, but Evolution are going to go there. Okay. One of the Evolution players is still landing. Don't know what happened, but he's going to go into one of the warehouses on an off angle while his 3 teammates are going to be in the lobster building. I'm going to move on over to this fight between KHK and GSMC. One player of KHK has been taken off the board right off the bat, wiped out of here, taken down. Plus, because they're kind of heavily spread out a bit. Well, not heavily enough. Sully, Nukes, and Mercury further. You know, Mercury's the one that's probably further back, so he has to try and get from Tapmonk to Cow and provide a little bit of support. Whereas for GSMC, they have a lovely kind of like 2-2 spread with 2 players up the hill, moving down and into the compound, and 2 players already in the compound of Cow, so that's really healthy to deal with. Let's now pan it back on over to this fight that's going to be breaking out between Futbolist and Evolution. You do have a team in the back line, which is, I'm not going to lie, I forget. But now Sulka is going to be putting pressure. Sulka finds one knockdown. Is he going to be able to find another? Not quite, but now his Futbolist teammates are going to look to provide that level of support as Puncher gets taken down. Gonzo is going to get confirmed up. Leads Evolution with 2 players left. And Futbolist also not afraid to look for the revive onto his teammate. Great timing and great teamwork as Rain has very, very little cover. Roxy now will play around on the outside of the warehouse. I'm a little bit surprised that the side of whoever's on Team 18, I think it is Undead Crow, that they haven't looked at third parties, to be honest. Oh well. Oh, Rain has a prone down. Oh no, Lutz. Oh, Lutz. And then Rom comes in to take down. Actually, Lutz took down Roxy as well. So that is Evolution wiped out of here. I know Evolution Alga, but it ain't been so Alga right now. That's KHK also down to 1 player. This phase 1 circle is very heavily on the mainland, but there's only like, yeah, there's not too many teams. Mind you, we're down to 12 already, as Kesh of Blaze is going to get caught out by the feeders. You don't want to see that happening, to be honest. When you're using buggies in Sandhawk, you know, gotta know that makes like so much noise around you, because 1, vehicles are less likely to be used, so when you do hear a vehicle, you're way more alert about it, and because the map is smaller, you hear the vehicle way earlier than you see it, kind of thing. So defeaters were really prepared for Kesh as Murray is moving his way up the Bootcamp Hill. Provided by they're gonna steal the buggy as well, no less. That's even more hilarious. It's like, yep, not only will we kill you on that buggy, we're gonna steal the buggy as well. Yonkers now moving into the mainland from the northwestern island using that bridge. Definitely being careful of their whereabouts and their surroundings, looking to do a bit of scouting. Undead Crow are in towards the center of this phase 1. Once again, off the back of a early team fight where we lost a team, it is somewhat quiet. B2R landed down on the eastern side of the map. Southeastern side to be exact. Around the docks area. Out of sight, out of mind. Plenty of space around them, but they don't know that, so they're going to have to be careful about it. Big and MCES both also landed on the northwest island. Bit more on the western side of it, though. Going to make their rotation a little bit harder into the mainland. And I do like the fact that Yonkers looked to move on to this compound by the coastal line as phase 2 pops up. It centers quite nicely. Still, the eastern side of this map is completely unoccupied. Blaze going for a coastal line rotation of the mainland, edging around Bootcamp. Futbolist who took down Evolution, already on 4 kills. Because of that, they're a little bit late on their disengagement away from the Bootcamp city. So I imagine Blaze and Futbolist will clash against each other. A little bit of scouting from Coursera up the hill. Of course, Blaze are down to 3 players, so they're really going to have to be careful about this one. I think Futbolist took a couple of shots onto Tron, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. Alerted the attention of Coursera. Savian, a young talent in the Turkish scene, up-and-comer. Looking to, of course, build up that synergy and really develop his play style with the rest of the Blaze teammates while they look for success throughout this 2021 year. 2020 was a good year for Blaze. They had much success across the board, especially in the EMEA League. Had a strong showing. Unfortunately, not enough to qualify for the PMGC at the time, but I know that their team that is very much about the long game, the development for a long period of time. But in this short situation, it's not looking good for them, as Futbolists are going to try and take down the last player, Blaze. That is going to be Futbolists picking up 4 more kills, making actually 3 more kills, making that 7 in total for themselves. MCES going for just a wild rotation across the bridge, I believe, using a couple of vehicles. They only lose Fra, which is a little bit of a feels bad man, but they do get ahead of Team Big, which in theory means they can gatekeep side of Big, but they don't want to get tunnel vision by that. They only have their 1 player in the circle for now. Undead Crow getting a player knocked down. Yet to get revived up. I think, yeah, Wallians is going for the revive onto his knocked down teammate. Just trying to make sure that I actually have Undead Crow down as... Yeah. It is Undead Crow, okay. Just because the AR, I don't think of as like Undead Crow. You know, obviously maybe they play for different teams as well, so they obviously have the right tag for the Red Bull M.E.O Season 3 finals. Still facing pressure from S2 or in Paradise Resort. On one hand, I don't like the fact that S2 are still in Paradise Resort, even though it's only phase 2. But on the other hand, as phase 3 has shifted up, not only is still around Paradise Resort, but S2 have been positioning themselves kind of outside of Paradise Resort, on the edge, controlling teams around them a lot more effectively than we've seen from teams in the past, and that is really healthy to see. Yonkers. Being careful as they enter the western edge of Paradise Resort. You see Jerba jumping around, proning, of course. Making sure he's doing what he can to get all the information. Futbolists, though, are to the southwest of them and looking into that compound. They have been slowed down on their rotations through a number of engagements. However, being successful on all of them means that they still have a full squad up and they have 7 kills on the board. 15 kill chicken dinner in game 1. Poor game 2, but game 3 they're back, baby. They are back. Back with a vengeance. Call it the sequel. Taking shots onto Yonkers. Jerba is going to get put under pressure. Nearly knocked down. Indeed, that knockdown comes on through. Brengod maybe didn't make enough noise. I think he might have been able to do something. Yeah, he probably could have done something. I don't know if he attempted to, but it didn't look like he did. I know Jumank did try and do something because he took a little bit of damage as he pulled off a first aid. Jerba will most likely go down. Pennywise is going down. He's going to spot, but he's going to get taken out by Rome. Just like that, 2 players down. Youngest are down to 2. Man, Futbolists are loving it. Or should I say, Futbolists as Lavazin finds Jumanek, and now it's just Brengod left on his own. Yonkers from the South African region. This is the kind of experience they need, though, because to be the best, you've got to beat the best. And there's no doubt that Futbolists, despite having a poor ending to the 2020 year of PUBG Mobile competitive, are indeed one of the best teams in the world. They won the PMWL West at the end of July. They had a direct spot into the PMGC. And let's be fair, they were lackluster in the PMGC. They didn't do the best in the PEC event. Now 2021 with a new vision, a new coach, maybe a new mindset. They are ready to take it all in their stride and come back swinging across this year. 11 kills already in this game as phase 4 shifts up north. We have it right into the loving arms of GSMC. Losing Shesh obviously will hurt their ability to control this circle. As they're in the dead center, what they might want to do is they might want to send 1 player down into the compound on the north. You know, because I think it's going to be just as hard to defend the central circle open position as a 3-man team as it will be as a 2-man team, right? So by having a player in the compound, not only are you having information, but there's a little bit of an insurance policy. Defeaters Italy also lost a player, Chrono, so they're left as a 3-person team. They're on the northeastern edge of this phase 4 circle, sending Evo Boy forward a little bit further ahead to get a bit of information as he snakes his way through. S2 will have to move away from Paradise Resort because it is, of course, pretty much outside for the most part of this phase 4. Apologize if any messages in chat aren't getting passed through. I might need another Turkish moderator if anybody wants to mod my channel and speaks Turkish and is honest about being fair with regards to what I expect in chat. Feel free to tag me in the chat and it would be really very much appreciated. Now Team Big on the northeastern side finds a knockdown on the yellow. Oh baby, credible. Of course, MCES at some point did look to gatekeep Team Big, but as the circle shifted away, they both kind of created space for each other. But more importantly for Team Big is that they kind of wrapped around MCES to the point where they have got a little bit, not only a better position, but hey, more players, more kills. MCES down to 2 now. S2 sending 2 players across from the northern edge of Paradise Resort onto the hills. Here's a couple of shots. As he sees a player of GSMC gonna shoot. Oh, okay, nice attempt with the fuel can, but as he's gonna rocket up the stairs, he shouldn't have pushed in on that. He should have waited behind those rocks and allowed his teammates to come on through, but in the end, Easy gets knocked down as well. KHK are putting a stop to S2. They're only on 1 kill so far in this game, but Mercury goes down. Izumbutsu looking pretty good. 2 kills, he's on 1. Lobo will look to try to go for the revive on the Easy. I don't know how easy it's going to be. Oh, my lord. Oh, Futbolist. Is it worth going for the revive? Is it Blue Zone of Phase 5 is closing in? It might be. Plus, you have Yuki of BTR continuing to pile of pressure onto the Futbolist players. And, man, 5 first aids he has, but he is yet to get revived. And are they giving all their heals to Levazin? Okay. See? 14, 19 heals. Okay. Now, they do still have Lutz that can possibly do something, but that's his last first aid, so he's just going to look to obviously create a little bit of space as well as pick up maybe a couple of extra kills. But this is all going to be about the heal strats for Levazin. So 7 teams left in the game. Let's see where Levazin can get himself and his team coming into the final couple of circles. GSMC continuing to be pretty controlling across these couple of circles. I recommended that they do one thing. They didn't do it, but to be fair, they're rocking it as a 3-player team out in the open, putting the pressure on the B2R. That's a lovely knockdown from Ska. Of course, being aware of S2 are still surviving as a 2-man team. Lutz gonna get knocked down. Remember, Levazin is the player that's doing a heal strat for the side of Futbolist. 6 teams left. So that's 1 extra placing point for Futbolist. So far. With a little bit of a stalemate between these teams. We'll have to wait and see how many more points he can get placing wise anyway. Hater going to, of course, be supported by his teammate to take down S2. And now we are left with 5 teams. Oh, my lord, defeaters. Evil boy looks for Big. But Big gets it better of him. Zippies is going to zip his way into the circle now from the western edge. But unfortunately, from the eastern edge. But unfortunately, GSMC coming in from the outside will take him out. And we're left with 4 teams. 3 of them are inside the circle. Let's see how many first aids he has. He still has 9. Futbolist could actually finish in second, as GSMC are suddenly down to 1. No, they're down to 0. This is it. As we get into phase 7, we're down to 3 teams, but 2 of them are the ones that are really fighting for it. Fighting for the right. The party, as none of them are inside the circle. Now he's being thrown out by Calypso. Zippy's still yet to be confirmed, so he could in theory get revived up. That's where Mentelas is going to take the risk of going across, but he is... Oh, he finds a revive. He takes damage, but by God, that could give them the chicken dinner, because it's going to keep them up as a full squad. I think they're pretty sure that they're going up against the 2-man team of MCES. And I get that MCES are being very, very careful creeping in on the western edge of this circle. It's just Snazzer and Advocate. Advocate is still in the blue. He's going to pull up the first aid. Fortunately, that's not going to be done in time. He's going to do what he can to take a little bit of damage. He paid the price, though, by being a bit too slow. But Snazzer is doing what he can. He does find a kill. Smokes is giving him cover, but unfortunately, that's going to be a game over. Match is ended, and it is the side of Big that claimed the chicken dinner in Sanhok. Game 3 in Sanok goes over to the side of Team Big, the Lithuanian side. Doing pretty damn good indeed. MCES, it wasn't the flashiest game in the world, but it was a second place, and that isn't anything that can be taken away from them. Those circle shifts were interesting. Nothing majorly out of the ordinary, but a little bit more, I suppose, north than we've seen in the past. That's the way it can be, though. Futbolist, though. They started the game off in boot camp. They took down Evolution. That meant that they were moving out of boot camp a little bit later. They came across Blaze. They took Blaze out. They took out a couple of other players, and they were coming into kind of phase 6 or so on a good amount of kills. Then the heals track came through, right? That quickness of going, okay, their circle shifted heavily up north. There's too many teams around us. We're pinched. Give all your meds to one player and see what he can do. And he got his team from 7th to 3rd. That's 4 extra placement points. Oh, according to Woodson, Calypso is a female player. Apologies, I did not know that. I will know that for future. Thank you very much, Woodson. Okay, so Mindy said, give me mod, I'm Turkish. Okay, Mindy, I trust you. I will add you as a moderator, but please respect that, please respect that I ask you to moderate in a fair manner. But anyway, getting back to this game, yeah, Futbolist in 3rd. Can't complain about that one. They still finished with 8, 9, 13 kills. Yeah, it's pretty poggers. GSMC, good game from them. Although they didn't finish in the top 3. You know, still 4th place with 8, 10 kills. And they had them for the most game. And they had 3 players. Defeaters, Italy in 5th with 1 kill. You had S2 in 6th with 3 kills. You had B2R in 7th with 4 kills. You had Slime 4KT in 8th with 0 kills. You had KHK in 9th with 1 kill. You had Yonkus in 10th with 1 kill. Sorry, no, not Yonkus in 10th. It was actually the side of Brick. Undead Crow in 10th with 1 kill. Yonkus in 11th with 0 kills. Blaze in 12th with 1 kill. And Evolution in 13th with 0 kills. Let's switch on over to my beautiful face. As, yeah, good stuff. 3 games down. We're going into our 4th game, which is going to be on Vikendi. Yes! Vikendi for the first time in, like, forever. Wait. For the first time in forever, we'll have Vikendi in these scrims. Thank you. I know. But, yeah, looking forward to seeing Vikendi played for the first time genuinely in a long time in scrims. And, hey, how rusty will the teams be? How lack of information are they going to have, right? Because nobody really scrims in Vikendi. All of these answers, of course, will be given over to everybody, into all of us in due time. Let's switch the timer. Let's go for a break. And I will be back on your screens in roughly about 7 minutes or so. Yeah, see you guys then. Enjoy the break. And hello. Welcome back to the Red Bull M.E.O Season 3 Finalist Scrims, brought to you by the wonderful folks over at Team Big Lithuania. You have Red Bull Lithuania and Spacebar.gg. Team Big Lithuania is organizing the scrims. Then you have the sponsors Red Bull Lithuania and Spacebar.gg. My name is Imperium. Thank you so much for joining me on these scrims. It really does mean a lot, and supporting the stream and supporting the game. Unfortunately, we're starting this last game with a lack of teams, a lack of players, and it is a little bit of a shame. I'm a bit triggered about it, but either way, it is what it is. Thank you to the players and the teams that have joined for all 4 games and for the final game of the day. We have Blaze, we have Futbolist. See, you know, do cool people join? Cool people join. You don't join on scrims that you register on, you have a small PP. That's all I have to say. That's all I have to say. Anyway, we're about to get into this last and final game of the day. Let's switch it on over. Turn the music off. Turn the game sound up. And we'll get this show on the road. Okay. Yeah, 41 players, 11 teams. Come on, guys. Come on. Don't register for scrims that you're not going to participate in. I don't want to get triggered, but I can't help it. Like, that playing path, could you have an easier playing path? Like, seriously? Yeah. Seriously? Could you have an easier playing path? That's crazy, like. Okay. So, Vikendi. What are the names of places on this map anymore? Look at this. Futbolist and Team Big both dropping in Milnar. The map's crazy big. Why you have to drop? Why you have to drop together? Come on, come on. I do think Team Big generally, for the most part, have been able to drop a bit earlier than Futbolist, so that obviously will put a bit of pressure on the Futbolist players. Lutz is gonna go in a 1v1, but the pan play nearly took down Mantlis, but indeed Mantlis ended up coming out on top. Man, the pan nearly worked. It nearly worked. Lavazan has a UMP and a DBS. Well, so okay, yeah. Be close to his teammate behind the building. Oh, Calypso, who I found out is a girl. Let's see what she can do. I always want to make sure that if, you know, I'm saying the right, you know, the correct pronouns, so to speak, if they are female, because I think it's always healthy to signify that, right? They have allowed Futbolists to, I suppose, gather their thoughts a little bit, but I really like Zippy's off-angle position, especially with his teammate. Like, it's a really nice 2-2 spread from Team Big, so they haven't done nothing with their time. Lavazan, all the same, has been able to find a knock on that balcony of the building. So, okay, yet to, like, really move. But now he might look to move a little bit closer to his teammate, because they know that there's another player up on the top of this building. Calypso. Let's see what she can do. Mantelis is doing a great job, as even though he's not confirmed, of actually stopping Rom from moving from his current position, or he's at least getting information, and that is so healthy from Team Big, right? Like, I really like it. I really like that. Seems like Lavazan is, of course, looking to join up to his teammate. Whose teammates, should I say. At least stick together as a 3-person team. Molotov got chucked out. Somebody's direction. I don't think it was in the direction of football. It's actually by Big. Comes down to 3v3 though. Indeed it does. I like that position from Temeskis. To be fair, might be able to catch out Rom. He has an idea. He is quite far away from his teammates. That's something to be considered. Whereas Futbolists are holding solid angles while still being relatively close to each other. Let's have a look to see what else is going on, as that circle is very heavily on the north. Goroka, we have a fight breaking out between Slime 4, KT as far as I know, and Undead Crow. Purple and Vizeni, nice flash being played on through as Purple gets a second knock. Wow, Slime 4 DK, 1 by 1 being taken off the board. The DBS is such a solid early game gun, and you know, great support from Vizeni onto his teammate Purple, like so good. Be careful about that one. P5K. Actually, not MP5K, it's a Scorpion. My apologies. Another flash being chucked out. Vizeni is continuing to look for a positional support of teammate. Really good stuff from Purple. Oh, but Purple gets knocked by Pronto. He tried to overpeak. Now it's going to be 1v2. Pronto and Thugger. We'll have to deal with Vizeni. Playing on down, we do see this fight still breaking on out between, still happening, should I say, between Futbolists. The side of Team Big. Volnova is going to be held down to by Evolution and MCES. MCES is down to 1. Fra didn't join for the last game, unfortunately. On the roofs of Volnova, you have the 3 players of Evolution. Didn't join with Gonzo, so it was a 3v3 fight. Futbolists have gone down at the hands of Team Big. Sorry that I missed that one, Team Big fans, but you'll be happy to know that you've just taken out one of the best teams in the world. Futbolists losing that one. And this is going to be a quiet game. We're already down to 18 and 24 players in phase 1. Sorry about this, guys. Sorry about this one. I can do really. Other than hope that thank you also Koski for doing a little bit of modding as well for me, my friend. And of course Minde. Really appreciate it for just keeping an eye on chat. It means a lot. Because I always try to, especially when it's scrims, to allow other languages, because there's multiple nationalities that can be in scrims, especially ones like these where you have literally teams from different countries being represented. So I try to allow different languages just when I can't understand them. I would need a little bit of help. Now the blue zone of phase 1 is closing in, and hey, look, you know, why not stay on the perspective of Team Big? Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Terrible driving. Terrible driving. But while teams are starting to rotate in, you have Blaze on the Mount Kresnik train pushing in onto actually Evil Boy of the feeders, and does take him down, which is quite good. Going to leave the feeders with actually the whole of the feeders eliminated, or no, the feeder saw Muri. Where the hell is Muri? The freaking a stick. Where's Muri? See if I can find him. Like, where's Muri? More like, where's Wally? Okay, I know how I can find it. There you go. It's Team 13. Team 13. There you go. Ah, he's in Podvosto. That's where he is. Okay. Evolution losing a player at the hands of the play zone. Feels bad, man. Come on. Come on, I know Evolution Alga, but come on. You don't want the blue zone to be Alga Evolution. Come on. Can't let that happen. Blaze now gonna rotate a little bit more into the western side of this phase 1 circle. Wow, they've gone for a sweeping rotation. Oh, Puncher gets confirmed up. Oh, okay. So they just let their player go down. That's interesting. Don't know what happened there. Maybe he was AFK. Oh well. Phase 2 centers up quite nicely. An unusually low amount of water in play for this phase 2. Blaze will have to turn around as GSMC and KHK going to clash. GSMC doing a great job on the eastern side of this river to knock down Sully. Got too close to the fire, KHK. Got burned. God, feels bad. Nice pre-nade by LK. Could do something on the hater. Ah, but Freezy onto nukes. Oh, wow. So good. All the angles covered. All the angles covered from GSMC onto KHK. Said hater, you know, was put under a little bit of pressure with those grenades from LK, and GSMC did lose a player. But at the end of the day, okay. No. I was gonna say, GSMC has this one in the bag, but no, not quite. Okay, LK needs to be shut down by hater. You have to have that pressure point, GSMC, otherwise your players are going to get picked off. Nice Molotov on top of the rock. I don't know if that connected with LK. I don't think so, but definitely would have pushed him back a little bit. Freezy might be trying to go for the revive onto Ska. That's why hater needs to take a little bit of a risk to push on up, because right now I would actually say LK do have the advantage. They certainly have the advantage as Freezy goes down. So now it's hater on his own, and although it looks so good for GSMC, credit to KHK. Their two remaining players showing that they are not going to go down without a fight, and they didn't go down. They took the fight. They won the fight in a very strong way. Maybe GSMC did make a couple of mistakes, for sure. Freezy, I wouldn't have gone for that attempted revive because of how easy it was for you to get knocked down. But commitment to it, I can respect it. Evolution pushing into the circle. You have Team B going for a strong rotation on the western coastline to come into the western side of this phase 2. 6 teams and 15 players at this phase 2 is just wild. It shouldn't be the case, to be honest, and we're going to lose another one as S2 is going to say bye to Izumitsu. Brain gets knocked down at the hands of Lobo of S2. Feels bad, man. Feels bad, man. Leaves Roxy on his own, and yeah, okay, he's... Yeah, Blaze are just looking for fights in my eyes. They're literally looking for fights. They're on 5 kills. They're looking for KHK. MK14, oh my lord. The Shredder. The Shredder gun of the Groza and an MK14. Okay, Blaze. Were you like chasing drops? I think you were chasing drops. Like... Man, Evolution, though, does get a knockdown onto one of Blaze players. So, you know, Blaze, don't throw this one. This Mercury is going to do what he can. But unfortunately, Coursera with the Uzi is going to take him out. And that did give a little bit of space for Roxy of Evolution to wrap around S2 and Blaze and maybe even get a little bit of a backstab. Lobo actually steals that kill away, and Blaze are down to 3 players. Evolution has wrapped around and he's looking for a fight. Just smokes, presumably thinking there's a player there. But as he's wrapped around Blaze, he hasn't really maybe thought all too much about S2. But you know what? I don't think he really cares. Oh my lord. S2 though. They're doing what they can, and hey, look, Roxy has been the thorn in the side, gets another knockdown onto a player of Blaze, but will get swiped to the floor. Blaze have been losing a player left, right, and center though. Now they only have 2 players up, and that gives S2 that body advantage. Of course, Blaze has kind of the circle as an advantage, and that's why S2 are going to opt to go on the Mount Kresnik train to try and wrap around Blaze, but Blaze are a little bit too familiar with that, and Kesh, of course, is going to push in onto the Mount Kresnik train, the northern tip, Savian following suit. As a ghillie suit, the MK14 and the Groza. That's just disgusting. Like, that's a disgusting loadout. Like, that's a disgusting loadout. We're down to 3 teams as well. This is crazy. 3 teams, 8 players. Like, what I do respect is that all of these teams are actually looking for fights. They're looking for fights. That's the one thing that I'm happy about. Is like, even Team Big are entering into the out part of the circle just to kind of look for fights. And now they're going to go into Blaze on the edge of coal mine. Okay, this is good. And we could be down to 2 teams on phase 4. That's crazy, like. Oh, Blaze are kind of wrapping around on the southwestern edge of coal mine, but Team Big are going to try and meet them in the middle, so to speak. They're going to try and meet them on the other side. That's like good from Team Big, good awareness as well, although, just as I said, as Zippy hits a rock. I don't know what to make of this game, to be honest. I really don't know what to make of this game. Kesh is like, what? Okay. He will survive, though. Savian's further back, though, and quite far away from his teammates, so it really is a 1-1 split, which is going to make it even easier for Team Big to kind of push in and take out Blaze. But the MK14, oh my lord. Oh, Kesh with the MK14. Oh no, Kesh, okay, you saw that. You were like, okay, no, I'm over peeking this one. Pulls off a first aid straight away. But like I said, you know, that knockdown really allowed Blaze to not only join back up as a 2-man team, but of course make it an even 2v2 fight. It's just that beautiful turnaround. Of course, they're not out of the woods just yet because Team Big are looking to be proactive as much as anything. Calypso's going to wrap around and try to put a bit of a side angle pressure onto the side of Blaze. Let's see what she can do. By the radio or satellite tower, whatever you want to call it. Chucks out of smoke, is now going to push in on her own. Finds a knock on the Kesh. Wow. Calypso. But now a third party from S2? A third party from S2 on phase 5? Oh, man. Team Big can't seem to catch a break. It's going to be a 2v1. V1. In theory, Zippy's is still alive, but he's knocked down. Oh, Bai gets caught out. But now Easy. And Lobo's still up. Lobo's further back, but Easy's going to chuck up a grenade. Osmeskis is low on health, but off the back of proning down. Is not going to get caught out by Lobo. So close, but a grenade is going to finish things off, and that is Team Big, unfortunately, going out in third place. 80 minutes into a game, and we're down to our final two teams. 1v2. Savin is going to pick up the ghillie suit, but is not opting to pick up the MK14. That could go against him. We'll have to wait and see. Switches on over to the MP5K. Pre-firing shots through those trees. Finds a knockdown. Well played. Takes down easy, but now it's just 1v1 between Lobo and Savian. Time's ticking away. First aid. Will it be pulled off in time? Yes, it will. Yes, it will. But Lobo chucks up a Molotov. A very well played Molotov. I know Savian was going to disengage away anyway. The MP5K pre-fire shots. It is going to be Lobo. FPP mode. And S2 come out on top to take down Blaze in this last game of the day in Vikendi. It may not have been the biggest game in terms of players, in terms of teams, but every single one of these teams, hey, they looked for fights. They tried to make an entertaining game. They didn't make it a weekendy game that was going to be slow and steady. It was fast-paced. It was all-out action. And the final 3-4 teams, they just were looking for fights. And, you know, that's good. You know what? A genuinely refreshing Vikendi game just because of the fact that I was expecting to be like super duper slow. But yeah, so good. Like so good. Oh my god. S2 first place, 6 kills. Deserved chicken dinner, to be fair. Blaze in second place with 11 kills. Big in third with 6 kills. Evolution in fourth with 4 kills. KHK in fifth with 3 kills. Defeaters, Italy in sixth with 0 kills. You had GSMC in seventh with 3 kills. You had Slime 4KT in eighth place with 3 kills. You had MCES in ninth with 0 kills. You had Undead Crow in 10th with 2 kills. And Futbolist in 11th with 1 kill. Like, it's just so good because I wasn't really expecting this game to be so oh man. Gucci, are you gonna cast Scrims as well? I don't know. Let me reply to you straight away in chat. Oh, who is Scrims? Anyway. Yeah, thank you so much to everybody for tuning in. I know it was a little bit poor when it came to teams showing up at the end, and that's a little bit of a feels bad, man. You know, I kind of was hoping for more teams to show up, but it is what it is, and yeah. But thank you so much to everybody for tuning in, for, you know, watching, for liking. If you subscribed and you weren't, thank you very much for subscribing. If you're already subscribed, thank you for subscribing in the past. I'm not going to waste too much time, you know, and waste too much of your day, to be fair. But all I will say is thank you very much for tuning in. Stay safe, stay awesome. Have an absolutely fantastic day. Look after yourselves. And yeah, I will see you all in the future. Have a wonderful day.